we're taking you guys moving through air tonight. As I've heard along the grapevine, this is one of the longest running D&B nights in Sydney. These guys have been putting on shows for the last 2 years, and I've heard there's some wicked melodic drum and bass happening upstairs, so let's go check it out, hey?
Yeah, Moving Thru Air is renowned for having some of the D&B big boys of Sydney, the local scene. We've got Shuey, Alf, Aussie Battler, vice versa being one of the only guys that have been picked up and put on the LTJ Bookham's premiere label. So we're going to head upstairs and it's going to be nuts. It's going to be a hell nuts show.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Woo!
We're here with Shuey, one of the main men that gets these things up and running, good old Moving Thru Air. We're just going to ask him a couple of questions. Basically, how long have you been in the game for and how much prep's involved in getting these things up and running for?
Well, I've been in the game for about 8 years.
Nice.
Been listening to and playing drum and bass for about 8 years, since about 94.
Oh yeah?
I think that's 8 years.
Yeah. As I've understood it, you're actually from Perth. You're a Perth boy originally.
Yeah, I'm from Perth.
And what made you come over to Sydney?
Well, Ben Marshall and I were doing drum and bass parties in Perth for a couple of years between 98 and 99. And doing well over there as breaking into production.
Is that well received over there?
Yeah, we were at the time, yeah. But basically I decided to go overseas, spend a year in London, as you do. It's a bit of a rite of passage of Australian youth. So I spent a year there, came back to Perth and decided, look, you know, we wanted to take things a little bit further. Perth had a kick and drum and bass scene, but I'd lived in Sydney before for a couple of years.
How long have you been living in Sydney for?
Well, I lived in Sydney between 95 and 97 before, and I arrived this time in 2001. And Ben and I just basically thought that Sydney had a lot more potential, you know. So it's a really interesting city. We've been hitting it pretty hard lately. We've just kicked off a weekly free drum and bass night down at down at the Sly Fox in Enmore. It's called Pro Team.
Tell me a bit more about that.
Well, it's going very well so far. We're into our 5th week.
Yeah.
And I think it's just it's a recipe that works. Basically, we've got sort of a mix of established and up and coming DJs down there. It's a free night.
That always makes things a little better on the pocket there, on the hip pocket.
Makes it a bit easier to drink more beer.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's just a nice sort of a mix of being able to have a chat and a drink and have a dance if you like. So
nice. And can we expect the Moving Thru Air next year?
Well, more of Moving Thru Air. And we're also looking at a project that I'm not supposed to mention. But
here we go, exclusive.
I will say 2 words: London Electricity, and no more.
So basically, what's on the horizon for Shuey? What can we see in the future from you?
Well, basically, it's time for me to get my head down in the studio. I've been putting it off for way too long.
How much production have you been getting into? Much or?
I've been getting into it for a long time, but I just haven't had the time. Being a promoter and a DJ and working full time doesn't leave me much time to produce. So.
And these guys got record players. Would anyone here like a track by J Magic called Capoeira? Raise your hands in the air, yeah.
obviously doing something right. You're banging out some well wicked fat tunes tonight. You just had a great set. So yeah, we'll just see you on the dance floor, and thanks heaps for the interview. There you go, Shuey. Let's go nuts.
Because we're playing one more for you. Hey, they're putting themselves out. Let's hear some respect. They're playing one more for you. That's so cool. This one's right for you.
That's right, if you guys weren't here tonight, you have to be here next year because it's out of control.
Yeah, so guys, get your party shoes on and get out there.
We'll see you on the dance floor.
See you guys later.